today the Environmental Protection Agency is leading a 3-day exercise in Philadelphia. It's co-sponsored by the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection and the City of Philadelphia. The exercise is called Liberty RadEx. It's simulating a dirty bomb attack in Philadelphia, but 30 days after the attack was to occur. So we're looking at aspects of what's called community recovery. How do we clean up and assess the damage? How do we go through a process with the community to identify how people could re-enter their homes, who will be able to go back, who will have to relocate either temporarily or permanently. So this exercise is 3 days. It's occurring all over the city. And part of what we're doing in the exercise is looking at our new piece of technology called the EOC in a box, which is what we would have in order to establish an EOC anywhere in the city if the primary EOC that the city has becomes unusable.
And where is the regular EOC?
The regular EOC is located at 3rd and Spring Garden. And in this exercise scenario, it would actually be in the plume path, and so it would actually be in a place that would not be safe. And so we're simulating what we would have to do if we had to relocate. And that's where the EOC in the box comes in, is it provides us all of the tools that we need to relocate, such as laptops, AV system, screens, servers. We have the ability to not just relocate into a room, but we also have tents and other types of lights and generators that we can set up should we have to establish just a raw space.
Where's this dirty bomb? Where was it set off?
It was set off at 6th and Arch. Yeah, so the scenario starts at 6th and Arch, and then from there, the plume moves north through the city from basically Society Hill into the northeast, and that's part of the assessment, is looking at where would radioactive material settle, and how would the assessment process be undertaken to determine what areas are contaminated versus what areas are not.
So this EOC in a box is going to be stored somewhere else, and then if something like that happened, you'd be able to take it and go someplace else.
Yes, that's exactly the point. Yeah, it's to supplement our primary emergency operations center by providing us all the tools that we need to set up anywhere, almost at any time.
Okay, so you mentioned laptops, and what other stuff do we have?
Well, we have everything that you would have in a typical emergency operations center. So laptops, so people can work, an AV system, an audio system, so people will be able to hear discussions that occur, a projector and screen so that people will be able to display either maps or other information like we have up on the screen right now. There are TVs so we can monitor the news. We have internet accessibility through wireless internet, or we can plug into internet that may exist in a facility that we go to. We also have a weather station, we have lights, we have tents, pretty much tables and chairs, pretty much everything that you would need. The ideal situation would actually be the situation we're in right now, where we're given a space with a lot of the infrastructure like tables, chairs, internet, electricity, but we don't necessarily need that in order to start up. Like I said, we have the tents and tables and chairs and other things, so we could just do everything.
Wow. And this is pretty new, right?
Yeah, this is brand new. This is our first. Everything is finally together, and this is our first evaluation of it. We've been somebody in the office has been putting it together for about 8 months, getting all of the equipment in, packaging it, putting it in boxes. We have weatherized, ruggedized cases that you can store the equipment in, and then everything comes out and is placed. It takes probably about 4 or 5 hours to set it up, and probably a couple hours to move it. So we think it would probably be an 8 to 10 hour setup time.
And I guess this is just the way things have got to be. This is the way cities have got to look at things now, right?
Yeah, you need to be agile, and so you can't just rely on fixed facilities anymore, because especially in a city like Philadelphia, where our hazards involve things like chemical releases and hazardous materials incidents, where you may pick a location, build a facility, and that facility may not be accessible depending on the wind. This provides us maximum flexibility so that we're able to say, okay, we can't be in location A, let's go to location B, let's find another place. So it's like another tool in the toolbox.